Blake Lively is now pulling one of her co-stars named Jenny Slate into the fray of her legal battle with Justin Baldoni. This woman played the sister-in-law of Blake Lively's character in It Ends With Us. And I know that because I sadly took the time to watch this movie, and I was not impressed. But Jenny Slate allegedly has her own HR complaints to level at the Wayfarer Studios and Justin Baldoni. And I was expecting just something with a little more substance than what I found. But instead, the Hollywood Reporter says Jenny Slate's complaint was against Wayfarer's Jamie Heath.
Who is one of the original founders of the studio, right?
Yes.
Him and the other guy?
He basically just offered her free money, and she was offended by that. So this was about Jenny Slate's concern about a rental that she got in New York for filming. It wasn't just Baldoni who ran into issues when interacting with cast members. The Hollywood Reporter has learned more about the nature of the complaint that It Ends With Us actress Jenny Slate lodged, which is referenced in court documents with Slate's name redacted. It stemmed from an interaction she had with Heath about the apartment she rented in New York City, where It Ends With Us was shooting. Slate, who has a toddler, told him that she wasn't thrilled with the space that she had rented, but that moving wasn't an option because she didn't want to lose the security deposit, which was around $15,000. Jamie Heath informed Slate that Wayfarer could reimburse her for the lost security deposit so that she could find better accommodations. But apparently, he made the offer using language that made Slate so uncomfortable.
Did she actually say what that language was?
It only says here, sources say Jamie Heath focused so intensely on the sanctity of motherhood and Slate's role as a mother.
Yeah, that does suck when somebody says that being a mother is a good thing and they're very happy that you're a mom.
So these comments that he made about her role as a mother made her so uncomfortable that she filed a complaint to the film's distributor, Sony, about the incident, and she has not responded to requests for comment.
Put a girl on.
Thank you. They put another girl onto this case.
The sad thing is like when I read claims like this, it's all kind of just, we're all going off vibes.
Right.
It's going off vibes, but the problem is Hollywood's done this to themselves. They don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. So.
Right. According to a source, Jamie Heath has a different understanding of this interaction. He's told people that even when Wayfarer offered a kind gesture, it was weaponized against them. And that is the lesson in all of this. No good
most
deed
of the
goes
time,
unpunished.
I don't buy that most Hollywood kind gestures are done just simply for the good of another person anyways. So do I believe that maybe that's what happened here? Yeah, but certainly there's endless examples of somebody doing something nice for somebody else in Hollywood when really it was for another reason.
Well, they didn't elaborate on whether Jenny Slate took him up on the offer, which makes me think she happily pocketed that money and complained about it behind his back because, like Blake Lively, she is an entitled Hollywood mean girl.
Now nobody's going to do anything for her. Now she's going to need to get a new place someday with a $15,000 deposit, and they're like, figure it out for yourself.
That is some
lady
bad karma. You know, if you believe in karma, this is not the way to attract any good karma in your life. In this one section of Blake Lively's amended complaint, it does refer to a female cast member whose name is redacted that I believe is Jenny Slate, but it could also be Isabella Ferrer, who played the younger version of Blake Lively's character in the movie. It says, on June 8th, 2023, a female cast member confided in Blake that she had difficulty having conversations with Justin Baldoni.
He just wanted to hug. And
he just wanted to talk about the oneness.
Feelings and being one with the universe.
I mean, that's probably why I would have difficulty communicating with someone like that too.
I mean, but
doesn't mean that I'm a victim.
I think that you're a little bit more self-assured and forceful than the average Hollywood actress.
Than the average Hollywood actress who has had decades of experience dealing with people in this industry. It's wild. If Justin Baldoni were on that gay shit with me, I would just be like, cool it, brother. Like, I don't want to do meditation circles with you. I don't want to burn sage with you. I want to work with you, and I want to make money with you. But aside from that, leave me alone.
In that industry,
very simple.
It would be, and then you know what they would say, right? It's like if she said that to him, then they would say that they got blacklisted and that she was told that she was just putting up boundaries, but she was told that she was being difficult.
Right.
So can't do that either.
You can't win.
It's a horrible industry to work in.
But Blake Lively responded to her female cast member that she too found it really hard to speak to him. Quote, I tried to cover it with busyness, but not sure that covers what's going on. I think we're fine. We just have some stories to tell. And who knows, if it wasn't a shit show, maybe she meant,
yeah.
Maybe we wouldn't have found each other in such an anchoring way. She also noted to her female co-star that they are both survivors with shared trauma. Mm-hmm. So they both suffered trauma at the hands of Justin Baldoni.
Oh, are they talking about that specifically or past trauma?
Their shared trauma from working on this movie together under the thumb of Justin Baldoni.
Yeah.
And his oppressive niceness.
Maybe there is something to be said where it's like every day I showed up for set and he just kept asking me how I felt. He kept asking me about my feelings.
It's freaking obnoxious. Yeah, I agree.
Every day Mary comes in here, I'm like, so, like, how are you feeling? Is, like, everything good? You good with everything? What's the vibes?
You just start, like, burning sage in my face.
It's like, you know what? I've got it. I know who's going to play him in a movie. It's Ian.
Oh, yeah.
Ian will play Justin Baldoni in the Justin Baldoni documentary.
I love it. I want to see it.
Justin Baldoni. That's like, that's what they'll call it.
Justin sucks balls, Donnie.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with that. But where this kind of crumbles is one of the text screenshots from the lawsuit that you can see where Isabella Ferrer, the other female co-star, texts Justin Baldoni, just heaping praise on him for what an amazing experience it was to work with him. She said, "Hey, just got my film developed from when we were shooting, so here's this pic. I also have to say thank you so much for an incredible experience on my first film. I still can't shake the feeling of it all because it was truly life-changing for me. You are such a wonderful, smart, and sincere director, and you created such a comfortable, safe space for me to feel like I could fully step into this role. I couldn't have asked for a more welcoming environment. It will stay with me for the rest of my life. See you soon, whether in the fall or later. Hope you're doing well. Smiley face." So just the most glowing review of Justin Baldoni as a director in private compared to what we're hearing about him in public, kind of begs the question.
I mean, it's those are three different people, though, right? We're talking about her,
yes.
We're talking about Jenny Slate, and we're talking
How
about...
can three people have such opposite reads? It's
different
crazy.
Approaches to the business, right?
Maybe it's because Isabella Ferrer is Gen Z.
She's new, and she's being introduced into a world that's usually very cutthroat, right? So that's the world that Blake Lively comes from. The cutthroat industry where the director is a drill sergeant who makes you do things a certain way just to get it done. There's actually, for people who prefer that working style, there's something safe in that. There's something safe because all of the onus is put onto that director, and that stops the actor from having to worry about how it's going to work out, right? If I was an actor and a director's like asking me how I feel about stuff or asking for input, I would think that they didn't have an idea about what they wanted. I would actually call into question whether they actually had any sort of inkling as to what this story is supposed to be if they're asking for too much insight. Now, it's one thing to ask for feedback or input or give an actor's like, oh, you want one more take? This one's for me. That's one thing. But somebody who doesn't seem to have firm control over their own project could actually prevent a specific type of actor from feeling as if they're being used properly.
Yeah. I think Blake Lively would thrive on a Michael Bay set. Because I heard he runs that shit like the Navy. No, I heard that he's more like Hitler, according to Megan Fox.
Right?
So that would be the right environment for someone like her. Maybe Megan Fox should have worked with Justin Baldoni. I don't know about any of you, but the more
Swap
I read about this case, the more that I myself find this anger in me against Justin Baldoni, and I kind of hate the guy. Like, I don't hate him, but I have disdain for people like him who act like him, who have his worldview. They are insufferable, and I would not want to work with one of them. Well, so my sympathy to Blake Lively for having to go through that.
Look, on its face, I get
my condolences.
I get what you're saying, but
would destroy my will to live.
I still see this as the type of thing where she put too many like third-party outlets into play to do this. This isn't he said, she said. This is somebody who tried to weaponize the press and the courts against a dude just because she doesn't like his working style. I can't abide by that. But at the same time,
had it not been for the lawsuit, though, I would have completely endorsed what they did with Nice Pool. Love it. I love it.
What he's learning is that his I feel bad for him in a way because he's a sincere person, right? It's one thing to have a revulsion for the ones that use it as a mask and are insincere about their beliefs, because there is something wolf in sheep's clothing about somebody who puts on this aura of niceness as a cover for a more nefarious nature. To see somebody who's actually like that, who when he's around people that seem to appreciate it, respect him for it, who just, in my opinion, picked the absolute worst industry to be that type of person in, because it's just too cutthroat of a business to allow to be that empathetic and that giving. I kind of feel bad for the dude, and it makes me like her even less, because they will then later say they want more people like him while doing everything in their power behind the scenes to prevent people like him from actually succeeding, which makes her even worse.
Don't take them at their word. This is another thing that Justin Baldoni is going to learn. You don't just believe women about, when they're making accusations, but also when they say what they want, because a lot of the time they don't know what they want. And yeah, there are just many rude awakenings in store for people like Justin Baldoni.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.